My name is Josellie Rios.
And I'm Godswill Ugwa.
And this is One Piece at a Time. We are your hosts, and in celebration of the One Piece anime's 20th anniversary, this podcast will explore each episode of this beloved franchise from the perspective of a seasoned One Piece fan and a first-time watcher.
We're social media producers at Funimation, and we can't wait to dive into this week's episodes. So join us on this adventure starting right now.
So we are on episode 16 of our One Piece at a Time podcast. And on the last episode, which was podcast episode 15, we went through anime episodes 112 to 119. And the last battle for Alabasta begun. We saw everybody in the crew have like their own showdown and their own moment to shine. Even Karoo had some real MVP moments helping out Vivi. And now we're going to go through episodes 120 through 127, right? Yeah. 127.
It's the final countdown.
Oh my God, I feel we've been fighting for Alabasta
a long time
since I was born.
I know, right? Back in my day.
Back in my day. In 1987.
Yeah, right? And we're finally almost done. Almost. We're still not done, actually. Yeah, it's still actually ongoing even at the end of this episode, but for the most part, it is done, which is nice.
Which is nice. I mean, we've been through a lot, I feel, ever since we first met Vivi as a crazy Baroque Works agent.
She did a 180 turn for sure. It was like she was goofy and weird. And, you know, just sort of like seemed like an inept screw up, right?
Yeah. I was thinking the other day about when they took a ride with them, her partner and her, and when they were about to get to the destination, they jumped off the ship and swam the rest of the way.
Yes, I was like, y'all are weird.
I was trying to think, like, how did it go from that to Vivi, to present day Vivi, right?
I am the queen, the princess, right? And it was like, what? Hold up. Okay. Exactly, right? Like how did she get goofy like that? That's a great question, actually. I like that question.
Was it all an act? Like, was she acting goofy?
Apparently so. Apparently so.
Because it was just like a snap.
Yes.
Like, it ended.
Yeah.
Her goofieness, and then she was serious Vivi.
It's like, okay, I'm serious Vivi. I was screwing around this whole time. What? I don't know. Like that. Because, like, when I first saw, you know, like when they're on Whiskey Peak and you see Miss Wednesday, or no, not even, you know, with a Boone, right? Mm-hmm. And you just see them acting weird and goofy, and it's just sort of like, wow, what the heck? Here we are now, Civil War. It's been hard. The battle is still ongoing, although episode 120, the battle is over.
Although it's not really over.
It's not really over. Episode 120, the battle is over. Koza raises the white flag. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Man. That part.
Man. So, you know, this whole time we've been like, Crocodile's been just putting like kinks in the plan of just trying to stop the Civil War from happening. Or from stopping the stop of the Civil War. There we go.
Stopping the stop.
There we go. Like, no, we're not stopping that. I'm stopping that. What you're going to stop is ongoing, all right? Civil War's happening, y'all, right? You know, so Crocodile has the king in the palace. He's explaining his evil mastermind plan. But some members of the army, you know, like which are supposed to be like the elite guard, you know, these badass guys apparently, right, come through and they're like, we're going to save you. It's like, you ain't going to do shit. I'm sorry. I don't even know your names.
But they drank an elixir that gives them like super strength, like for a while, and then they die.
Dang.
And that's like very intense, I feel.
It is. Like, I was like, dang.
You don't even know if that's going to work.
And
it didn't.
It didn't. It's like, no. It didn't work. And then also, I think it lasted like a minute.
Yeah.
Like, not even. It was just sort of like, we drank it a while ago. They got the muscles. Boom. All right, we're good to go. Look, I'm dying already. No, they didn't tell me it's this fast.
I wonder if that has like, you know, if that references something. Like,
don't do drugs.
No, no. Like, is
Don't do
that
steroids,
a
kids.
thing? Where
There's something, like a
some
legend
history,
or something like that?
yeah, or a legend of some kind. I wonder
cool.
because
That'd be
it's
cool,
very
like
specific. I
Yeah.
feel,
Uh-huh.
and it happens just in a moment, and then it's done.
Dang. Yeah,
Poor
I know,
guys,
right? It was
I
like,
mean-
like Crocodile's like, what was that? Anyways,
Poor
back
guys.
to what I was
mean, they're
explaining
like-
with my evil plan.
Oh,
poor
no.
guys. Yeah, exactly. Although at the same time, it's like, are you really going to try to fight a sand guy like this? You didn't come with any plan except for, we're going to get strong. No, y'all. What? I don't think they could even take out Miss All Sunday.
No.
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 Anyways, doesn't matter. They're dead. Moving on.
They die, and then Chaka's like very affected.
Yeah, right. He's
And
like, those guys, I don't remember their names right now, but they were my friends.
they died for Alabasta.
Sort of.
Sort of.
I am so rude. Anyways, Chaka.
He turns into a jackal, so
Ooh.
I'm guessing he has power fruit, devil fruit powers too.
Yes. And honestly, this is, well, actually, no, I guess not. Because I was about to say, like, that's a cool thing, you know? Like, sort of, that'd be cool if it was like a sort of mystical jackal. But then again, it's like, oh, wait, you could be just a regular jackal.
Yeah.
Womp womp. Anyways.
Yeah, it's not
'cause I
like
was like,
a-
oh, man, Osiris, right?
Yeah,
Anubis,
I
right?
thought exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Like this Egyptian jackal
right.
with powers.
And it's like, oh, no, he's just a regular jackal. Woo. Oh, well.
Yeah. So he tries to, but is also defeated. Poor Chaka.
Dang. Everyone needs to come. I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't know what to do, honestly. If you told me to go fight a sand... Well, I mean, now I know what to do. But if you told me to go fight a sand guy, I'm like, well, I don't know. Do I get a trash bag and just hope that all the sand fits in there somehow? I don't know.
That's an interesting
Vacuum cleaner?
question.
Right.
What would you try?
I know,
if you
right?
didn't know the
If
answer.
I didn't know,
like
exactly,
we do
right?
now.
I think, even when Luffy bit Sandman Crocodile, right? I was like, that's not exactly the dumbest thing. I mean, it is dumb, don't get me wrong. It is dumb. You don't eat sand. But at the same time, you got to, at least I would think about containing the sand, right? Or vacuuming it up. Or I don't know.
Vacuuming could work, maybe.
I didn't even think about that. I mean, at the same time, these guys are just like, I'm just going to cut you. Like, those guys died trying to cut you up. I'm going to do the same thing.
I'm gonna try the same thing.
So they're going to call me a wimp if I don't try. Yes, it's dumb, but I got to do something. Anyway.
So Koza arrives at the castle ahead of the rebel army, and he sees everything that's happening. So he figures out that Crocodile, who's supposed to be a hero of the country, is actually the bad guy. And Vivi's like, okay, I got you on my side now. I know what we got to do. Let's do it.
Yes.
And they go to the front line to meet the rebel army as they come in, and they raise like these big white flags. And at that point, I was like, yay. They did it. They stopped it.
Yeah.
The battle is over.
Boom, 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 boom. I was like, damn. They shot my man Koza. They shot him 4 times through the chest. I was like, damn, they lit him up.
They did.
He already was shot before. I mean, this just says how strong Koza is, Like, dude got shot 5 times. Shot once before he got here, rode on a horse all the way through. He's like, I gotta do something. Then he's like, hey, everyone stop fighting, because fighting's blah, 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 blah. Damn.
Yeah.
Shot 4 times.
4 times obviously by a Baroque Works agent.
And that's why, again, I was like, these agents are top tier. Like,
I know, right?
they doing
They're on
their
top
job.
of everything.
Exactly, right? I was like, enough of that, right? I was like, man, these bad guys are the smartest henchmen I've seen. But anyways, Koza got shot. He's on the ground.
And that's where the episode ends. And I'm like, well, that battle is definitely not over.
And the title lied to us. Darn it.
Lied.
Right. Episode 121. Where's Vivi's voice gets heard? The hero descends. And also this title lied again, right?
Right.
So, we saw Koza just get shot. He is on the ground bleeding, dying.
Yeah,
My
meanwhile, sandstorm starts and the shooting restarted the fight, so everybody's just...
Like, good on... Although these Baroque Works agents are, like, fearless, I would say, because, like, they don't even care. They're just like, haha, I don't even know what the reward is.
Right?
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, that's true.
The bomb is here, and, like, unless you, like, have a plan to get out, but when the bomb is about to blow up or something like that, are you just suicide bombers or something like that? Just for like, I do whatever for Crocodile.
Maybe they don't know like the whole
Oh, that would make sense.
part
That would make sense.
of the bomb.
See, you're smart. I told you you're smart. Because I was like, why are they like fighting so hard for him? Like they're gonna die unless they're gonna get out. But anyways.
Yeah, we don't know what sort of promises they.
That makes sense, and it only makes sense that the Mister 1 through 5 would know what was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
So it's 4:15, and
oh no, we're gonna be late.
and the bomb is supposed to go off at 4:30, so time is running out.
Dang.
And we go back to Crocodile, who holds Phoebe over the edge of the castle, and he's sort of bullying her. He's like, all your ideas are worthless. You've been trying so many things.
Dang.
You rode in here in your duck.
Damn.
You tried to destroy the palace.
Oof.
You tried the white flags, and all worthless.
I mean,
it's not going to work.
Good on Vivi for trying really hard.
Yeah.
Although, at the same time...
And not giving up. Like, once an idea fails, like, she just keeps at
something,
it.
right? And exactly. Like, whereas, like, Crocodile's... I mean, like, would it make sense? It's like, yeah, Crocodile's here. We're screwed. Luffy messed up again. Whatever. And, I mean, she did a good job of trying to fix things, but alas, it did not work.
It didn't.
Yep.
So he throws her over the edge, but Luffy appears on top of Pell, right?
Yeah. Pell the Falcon.
Falcon guy.
Which is cool. Yeah, right? And which is awesome. Luffy saves her, grabs her, like he's on top of Pell, and they're flying and they save her, and Luffy's like, let's do round 2, man. I ain't done. Which is nice. It was like, yay, we're now super screwed, or are we? Who knows, right? But then we see that he has a barrel on his back, which is cool. And it's like,
and we're like, what is that for?
Exactly.
And he's super confident. He's like, this time I'll beat you.
Okay.
And then we see that he figured out that Crocodile can turn into sand if he's touched by water.
Yes.
Which makes sense.
Yes.
Makes all the sense in the world now that I think about it.
Exactly. I was like, that's how we're going to beat this guy. I thought that was brilliant, Like, okay, Luffy paid attention. For some reason, no one else knew this. But then again, I think it's fair that no one knows this. It's good, though.
How did he find out?
When he had the old man's water from Yuba in, like, episode 110 or so, when he was getting punched. Like, he broke, like, Crocodile broke the water by accident, and it sprinkled on Crocodile, and then he was able to grab Crocodile's arm and, like, actually, like, able to squeeze.
I didn't notice that. That makes sense.
So, which is good. He found out from that one time. I mean, he almost died for sure, right? And came prepared this time. So, yeah, he punched him, which is good. And he actually gave him like a real good punch. So, yay! We're about to get right into it.
Episode 122, Sandcroc and Water Luffy, the second round of the duel.
Fight.
And it's a showdown. And Luffy is Water Luffy.
Yeah, right. At first, when they said Water Luffy, I was thinking like, oh, he has the water with him. And then,
then
when he drinks up the rest of the water, it was like, oh, wow.
He really turned into Water Luffy.
Yes, and I was like, I see what he means now.
He drank all of it, right?
Yes. He just, I think that was a dumb thing to do, personally, but yeah, whatever. Anyways.
Why did he do it? I don't know.
I think he was worried about the water getting absorbed by Crocodile.
True.
But at the same time,
Maybe
the water's still going to get...
working.
I don't know. Anyways, like he's putting on the hits. He's sprinkling himself with water. If Crocodile absorbs the water in Luffy's body, he luckily just drinks it back up and it's good, right? This episode reminded me to stay hydrated.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I am thirsty. What do you know about that? Right? And he's actually doing a pretty good job. And Crocodile's getting pissed. And he even makes him more mad. Like where Crocodile's like, I'm a warlord, man. You can't do this to me.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm tougher to you and I have protection. And then Luffy's like, well, maybe I'm just going to be the 8th floor warlord. It's like,
it's not how it works.
It's not how this, okay, whatever. Anyways,
I'm
just kidding.
Declare yourself stuff.
Exactly.
Although that's exactly what he does all the time.
I know, right? I want to be king of the pirates. I'm this guy. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. And then Crocodile does his special move where it just sort of takes up all the moisture out of everything and starts destroying things.
Like everything, if he touches the ground, then everything that the ground is touching is like he can reach that and dry it up, I guess.
Yes.
And he ends up, I think he destroys Luffy's sandals.
Yes.
So
Crazy.
no sandals for the first time.
Jeez, yeah. He's just going barefoot the whole
Yeah.
time. And then also he loses his hat. Like he just goes out into the distance, like over the ground, or like over the air. And it's like, oh no. Like,
Yeah, because Crocodile grabs him over the edge and he dries him all up.
Man.
And the hat blows away.
No, what does this mean?
What does this
Symbolic.
mean? Where's the hat?
And then as Water Luffy, like he shoots him, like he's trying to shoot, like he's honestly throwing up water, I guess, right? Throwing up water, and his sister like, okay, let's see if this works. Pew, pew, pew. Luffy used Bubble Beam. I don't know, right?
Yeah.
But he misses. He does it straight up in the air, but then Crocodile grabs him and dries them all out. Yeah, pretty scary, actually.
I know.
Like, yikes. He already lost.
He goes from Water Luffy to Jerky Luffy.
Jerky.
He's all dried
Jerky
up.
Luffy, I like that. Uh-huh.
And he looks awful.
Yes, exactly. I was like, yikes, man. That's what happens when you don't drink water, y'all. Stay hydrated. So, yeah, it's bad. So, and then Crocodile just drops him. Just drops him from the heights of the castle. But luckily, like, because he's deflated, he goes like paper.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then we cut back to Miss All Sunday, whom Crocodile told to take the king to find the poneglyph, which we find out is some sort of guide to the Pluton, or at least it contains that information.
Yes.
And we hear some soldiers talking about her, and they say that her name is Nico Robin, and that she was a badass 8-year-old.
Yes,
that
absolutely. She took down 6 Navy ships and Marine ships, like when she was 8 years old. Yeah, by herself.
Why though? Like, is this another Nami situation? Like,
Sorta.
why would an 8-year-old do that?
It makes sense later on.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Within this podcast series, you will see this.
Okay. Good. So she's going to take the king down there, and they encounter Tashigi with some Marines, and Tashigi makes a stand. I'm gonna stop you, ma'am. And I'm like,
you and what army? What do you keep?
Tashigi.
You're right. You poor summer sweet
Can't
child.
even take. Yeah, exactly.
I know, right? And it's just sort of like, I mean, although I liked how Nico Robin took out all these guys, you know? Also, yeah, they called her Nico Robin. It's like, Miss All Sunday, that's Nico Robin. I've seen her. She has 79 million berries. And we see why, because she takes care of these guys with the quickness. I mean, this is the way that she, like, almost took out Tashigi. Like, you know, like, where, like, she was able to, first of all, she took out all the Marines. Like, everyone that was standing, like, I guess, like, about 30 people, grew arms out of all of them and just snapped their backs or whatever, I guess. You know, take them out. And then with Tashigi, is able to grab the sword out of her hands and put it at her own throat. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, yeah. If you're a badass 8-year-old, you are a badass
adult.
20, yeah, exactly right. 28-year-old. I called Robin, the Miss Nico Robin, the bad bitch, because she was just like, here we go, you know, like she doesn't take it. She's like, move out my way.
Yeah.
It's like,
I'm going to grow a hand out of your back and break it.
It's like, yeah, I don't believe you. Snap.
Exactly.
No, she does not think twice about trying to kill you.
Yeah. Yeah, no hesitation here.
Nope. Oh, at least Tashigi tried.
She did. Poor Tashigi.
Great.
She's just listening to everybody.
Yeah, right. I was like, she's just a loser.
Oh.
Dang. Then again, you know, that's what happens when you go against, like, these big boys right here, right? But hey. Episode 123. That looks crockish. Luffy, run to the royal tomb.
Like, everything is just getting ready to blow up, literally. Like, we have 6 minutes until the square blows up. And this episode is, like, really stressful.
It is, honestly.
Yeah, like the next
Luffy
couple
looks like
episodes.
he's about to die, right? Yeah, I mean, like these next few episodes are just like, oh boy.
Yeah, and so much happens. Like, we have 6 minutes to go, and I think that we go on those 6 minutes. We go through like 3 episodes.
Yeah. Right. You know, actually, I didn't even think about that. Jeez, I was like, this time seems off.
Yeah, 6 minutes until the square blows up, and last we saw Jerky Luffy was thrown over the.
I like that it's
to
the guy
desert.
Jerky Luffy. I'm like, that's brilliant. That's smart.
But the water he threw up to the sky trying to hit Crocodile actually serves a purpose.
Oh my God.
Because it falls on him and then he's not jerky Luffy anymore.
Yeah, he's
he
normal
gets right.
again.
¿Cómo es?
Rehydrated.
Yeah,
right. Rehydrated. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Man, like that's like that was something else. I remember watching that. And I was like, wow, that's how he lived. Wow. Mm-hmm. Like if he wasn't so lucky. What if it was like trajectory just a little off, right?
I know.
Like if it wasn't straight up like 90 degrees, boom, it was 89 for some reason, and it just falls right by him. It was like,
he would have been jerky Luffy forever.
I'm sure he would have died. He would have been jerky Luffy for 6 more minutes. Yeah, 6 more minutes. And then blown up Luffy. And then, yay, Crocodile won. Crocodile could have won so many times.
Yeah.
Like, his plans were brilliant. I'm happy that, God's on Luffy's side. I guess he's like, oh, okay, let's make sure the water falls directly on him. Boom. All right, there we go. Anyways, I'm happy he's okay. Man, what a crazy situation.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Nico Robin reaches the Poneglyph?
Yeah, Poneglyph. Mm-hmm.
With the king, and it's at the tombs near the palace. They open like a secret entrance and go down the stairs. And it's 5 minutes to go.
Oh my gosh.
5 minutes, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
And everybody's like losing their minds looking for the cannon.
Yes. Although for me, like I was surprised that they're looking for a cannon. I thought they would be looking for like a bomb. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I wasn't expecting like a cannon. I was expecting like a bomb.
Like okay, I know what you mean. Just like an artifact that will explode.
Exactly. Like when they said
shot.
Yeah, for the longest time they're saying they put a bomb and they're gonna explode, and then they're like, we're looking for a cannon. I'm like, why cannon? Like I'm not expecting something. Then again, no.
That's true. How do they know that it's a cannon and not a bomb, or vice versa?
That one tripped me out a little bit, but I was like, okay, it is what it is.
And then they're trying like different things, like Usopp starts like sort of acting like Crocodile, and he's like sort of trying to channel his evilness, see if he can think of.
Sanji's pissed. He's like, what are you doing, right? Rather blow up. I'm just trying to channel my inner Croc. It's like, oh my gosh. It's like in some way, like in a little way, I was like 5% of me was like, or 10%, I would say, it was like, yeah, that makes sense. Other 90% was like, bro, we're about to die. I sort of get it, but not now.
Not now, man. Not now. So what else? Luffy, as soon as he's okay, again, he goes after Crocodile. Yes. I like that Luffy, I mean, he's lost twice to this guy now.
Yes. Golly.
And he's like ready to go back at it. And not even with a new strategy. He's just like... I'm going to go get you now.
Exactly.
It's going to have different results somehow.
Insanity. Like, I didn't even really think about that. Like, I was like, yeah, he knows what he's doing. And I'm like, wait a second. He actually absolutely does not know what he's doing. In fact, actually, like, right after this moment with Tashigi, like, where he's like, where is Crocodile? And Tashigi's like, after, like, oh, I lost. I'm a loser. It's like, he went that way. Which I'm happy to also Tashigi was finally not like, I gotta capture Straw Hat because you're a bad guy. So stop that, I'm glad there's some depth finally, some character development. I would have been really mad if she was like, I'm gonna capture you, Straw Hat. Luffy is like, stop that. You just got beat by handsy woman right here.
Yeah, just let's
exactly
evaluate yourself and decide.
Straw Hat isn't trying to blow up this area right here,
exactly.
right? Hadn't taken the king hostage. Priorities, man. Mm-hmm. Anyways.
So she gives him directions.
True. But Luffy is bleeding, like from his stomach. Like he's like, I'm leaking. Oh no, this is blood.
Yeah, and he's falling over. He can't even move very well because he's hurt.
Jeez.
And I think he faints at the entrance of the tomb, right?
Yes.
Takes a nap.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. At least it was a quick nap, but still, yeah. So like he takes like a 30-second minute nap, I think.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Nico Robin is inside the tomb, and Crocodile arrives, and she's like, "Hey, I read this text, and the Pluton is not mentioned here. It's all history." And Crocodile realizes somehow that she's lying.
Yeah, right. I was like, I believed her. Like,
yeah, right? I mean, I can't read that. I don't know what it says.
Uh-huh.
But he figures it out. I don't know.
He's like, I'm gonna kill you now. And then they have like a little sword fight, like where she does a pretty cool thing. Like she has a vial of water, right?
Yeah.
And she throws it at him, but then she misses, and then her hand catches it and almost stabs him with it, but psych, that's the wrong guy. Boom. And then Crocodile stabs her.
Yeah.
It's like, I knew you were lying to me this whole time, bitch. And, and he stabs Nico Robin, Miss All Sunday, his partner of 4 years. So sad.
So sorry.
Dang.
Back to the crew. Vivi sort of figures out where the cannon can be hidden. She figures it must be at the tower because that's like a place where it can be shot, but the person shooting it won't die, which makes the most sense, of course. So Usopp makes a shot, sort of.
Like a flare gun type of
deal.
deal.
Yeah, like Attack on Titan sort of deal. And
that's a good way to put it.
Signals everybody. And yeah, what else happened before this episode ends?
Luffy wakes up. Yeah, he wakes up. He's like, "Oh, that was a good nap. Wait, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I need to go. Need to go fight Crocodile." And then he goes to the Crockish hole.
Yeah,
which I still don't really get personally. Like even the title is like, that hole looks Crockish.
I think because it opens up like this.
Oh.
And it looks like a crocodile's mouth, sorta.
Yes.
That's what I think. I may be
overthinking
it as I do with most of things.
No. Yeah. I don't think you overthink things. You go to the right spot, like that is thinking things, like that is correct thinking, Overthinking is, little Luffy wore 3 buttons on his vest today, and that means something different. That means he's going to die in 3 episodes. Ah! That's overthinking. Like, this is the right amount of thinking. For me, I underthink. I'm like, what? Oh,
you're underthinking.
I'm underthinking. I'm like, what? So what is 6 minutes? That means you could have taken a 6-minute nap. Oh, wait a second. They're going to die. Bonk.
Right. That's true. I didn't think about that fact.
Yeah, the sleep.
They just have 6 minutes, so he couldn't have slept for that long.
No, yeah. I think, at least I hope that it was like a minute long. I hope. Anyways, he had a good nap. A much needed rest. I wish I could get a nap in 30 seconds or a minute. I don't know.
I would take one right now.
Absolutely. Me too.
While you explain some of these things,
I know, right? We're almost there. We're almost there. But you know what? If you need to take a nap, we got you, because we are about to go on break. Welcome back to One Piece at a Time. My name is Godswill and Ugwa, and my mission statement is to learn how to take better naps. I suck at taking naps. Like,
how can anyone suck at taking naps?
I just get fidgety when I take naps. I'm like, I gotta wake up. Okay.
Oh my God,
chill.
I can take a nap so easily. All I need is to close my eyes.
Teach me the ways. I wish.
It doesn't even matter where I am. Like,
really?
I have fallen asleep in the most uncomfortable positions or places. But I'm so sleepy. I just need to sleep.
Usually, I just can't. Like, I even, yesterday. So, yesterday, I got my tooth taken out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, my tooth is taken out because a root canal went wrong and is infected. So, I had to get the tooth taken out, right? Uh-huh. And somehow my mouth feels better now. Yay. But that was yesterday. But I tried to take a nap during it. But I was like, I got to do some work. I should. I tried sleeping. I legit tried sleeping. And I woke up 30 minutes later, I was like, I with adrenaline. I'm like, I missed something. Oh my gosh. Although, another funny tidbit, I actually fell asleep during one of these podcast episodes. Yes. Was it like
that
episode 10?
Was a secret, but yes, it happened.
I'll let you guys know. It was like episode 10. It was just a long day. It was a long day. Who are you and what's your mission statement?
Well, my name is Josellie Rios, and my mission is to be more proper like Vivi. Have you noticed that she calls people by their actual names? Like, she calls Tony, like Chopper, she calls him Tony.
That's a good point.
And then she made up a name for Zoro?
Mr. Bushido, right?
Mr. Bushido.
I never really thought too much about
Mr.
that.
Mr. Bushido, right? And Tony. Tony, are you okay?
Yeah, right? Yeah, Tony,
I feel like she's very respectful and
like
proper.
You're pretty proper and respectful.
Do you think so?
I think so.
I feel like it can be very informal very quickly with some people.
I'm very informal. You're good. I think you got a good amount. But if you want to be more proper, Sure thing. Miss Josellie
I'm going to
Rios.
start calling you Mr. Ugwa.
Mr. Ugwa. There we go. I dig that. Well, welcome back to One Piece at a Time. And don't forget, you can watch all One Piece anime episodes on Funimation.com/One Piece or the Funimation Now app. And we release new episodes subbed on Sundays, Saturdays, Sundays. So, yeah, whatever the weekend. Check it out on the weekends. Usually at 8 p.m. And you can check out our blog at funi.to/One Piece Podcast for all the information of our podcast. We'll put the maps finally, and we have a lot more information for you, the binge routes that we're following. So get on that. Check it out.
Episode 124. The nightmare draws near. This is the Sand Clan's secret base.
Man, the nightmare isn't here yet. Like, what is this whole thing been, right?
Right.
Like, this hasn't been a nightmare. It's coming.
It's coming still?
Jeez, I
wow.
know, right? Uh-huh.
So, Luffy is going to fight Croc again. He just burst through the wall of that tube.
Yes.
And
that's already collapsing thanks to Cobra, right? It was like, yeah, why not, right? You got to amp up the stakes, just go, right?
Mm-hmm.
So...
And he starts fighting Croc, and Crocodile doesn't understand, like, how he's getting punches in. Mm-hmm. And it turns out that Luffy's using his blood.
Jeez, like hardcore.
You right?
That's some metal right there.
Like water.
And
he's
unsanitary.
Like, right? It's like, man, that's
mm-hmm.
a little gory.
Yeah, I know, right? Like, yeah, well, like, One Piece, like, definitely, like, got mature, I can only imagine, like, what other dubs have done in the past, It's like, how do you... Because, I definitely didn't remember that part as a kid. Like, as a child is like, huh. I don't even remember, like, what they did for, like, all this, the crocodile fight, really, I do remember, like, the water thing. Mm-hmm. But that's all. I don't remember this blood fight. Luffy's mad. He's losing blood, but he's going to beat Crocodile up with his blood. Well, Crocodile had enough. He's like, all right, I didn't think I'd have to do these things. So he pulls out the gold off of his hook, and it turns into a poison hook.
Poison hook. How many tricks does Crocodile have?
He's a smart guy.
He had like the thing with the banana gators.
Yes,
Then he did the thing where he dried up all of the land. Mm-hmm. He has this bomb going off in 4 minutes? 5 minutes?
3 minutes probably. I don't know.
And now he has a poisonous hook.
Yeah, I know, right?
It's like he has plan B, C, D, E, F, G.
I think that's smart. I think that's great. It's like, yeah, do that. Because, Luffy is just like, I just got plan A and plan B, fist 1 and fist 2, and we're going to go, right? And if that doesn't work, then I don't know. I don't know, man. So, but yeah, it was pretty cool. But yeah, this poison hook is supposed to immobilize Luffy if it touches him. Mm-hmm. But they're doing pretty good at fighting. It does hit Luffy a few times, but Luffy does a good job of dodging it for the most part. Like, it grazes him, but because he's bleeding, it's able to get into his blood system easier.
Yeah.
Yes.
So meanwhile, we go back to Vivi. Mm. So she did the signal with Usopp, and it also caught the attention of the bad guys. So now we have everybody.
Smart bad guys.
Going. And then Usopp does something awful with a chalkboard that I hate. I totally hate that. I can't deal. I was like, no, forward.
Oh, man, got you too?
Oh, man, I can't deal with that.
That's
Even
funny.
thinking about it here, I'm like, ugh.
I'm thinking about it just like, but there's chalkboard, funny enough, doesn't get me, but there is I think, there's some other type of board, not a whiteboard. I don't know. Like, it's some other board that gets me and it hurts me. I'm just like, oh.
Oh, so this I can't deal with chalkboards. Like, when I was in school, I couldn't even go to the chalkboard because just having the chalk between my fingers would get me.
Really?
And I hated it when they called me to do stuff because I'd be suffering the whole time.
Oh my gosh.
It was awful.
Man, that's funny. There's some other horrible sound that I know exactly what you mean, but what's your horrible sound, audience, right? I never but yeah, it was funny. It actually worked out. So everyone was like, I can't move.
Yeah.
And then Usopp was able to move. I was like, wow, It worked. What do you know?
So everyone's heading there. The Marines give Zoro directions too.
Yay.
And Tashigi.
He got super lost, but he made it back pretty quickly.
Yeah. And they're like, I think they recognize him. They say, like, you have no sense of direction. You're Zoro, right?
Like,
and I'm like, wow, you're famous for that.
I know, right? It's like, not my fighting skills? Got my green hair even? 3 swords? No? I get lost easy? Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
And then, as Usopp and Vivi are trying to get there too, Tashigi holds up some guys for them, so she sort of helps them out too. Nice. So Tashigi at least is being useful.
Good. Yeah, there we go. She's not a loser.
She's not a complete loser.
Yeah, I know, right? And then they make it to the tower, but then they're like, wait, how do we climb up the tower? We need Pell to get us here. And luckily, like, Sanji and Zoro are inside the tower somehow. Yeah. Which is like, wait, how'd you guys
get there, right?
All right. And it's just like, okay, whatever. But they're like, yeah, we need Pell to really get up here.
Yeah. Yeah, because the entrance is not accessible from where they are. And Miss Father's Day, who looks like an adult Froppy.
Yeah, right.
And she does the ribbit. She says ribbit. I'm like, wait, what, Froppy? Is that you?
I know, right? When Froppy goes bad, the hero industry has no more jobs anymore. You got to do what you got to do. Go to crime. Go to crime.
In a faraway land.
I know, right?
So she shoots Pell down.
Dang.
And the clock opens, and the cannon is there, and they're about to shoot it, and the episode ends.
Dang, I was like, okay, smart bad guys.
Tension.
I know, right?
Building up.
Yeah, like this was like a very stressful time. I was like, oh, boy, are they gonna find this thing? They did a pretty good job. They ran to the thing in like a minute.
And then we keep, like, I imagine when everybody was watching this on a weekly basis. Eesh. Yeah, and they're like, okay, 5 minutes left, so the next episode is going to be it.
Yeah, I know,
Then
right?
this happens, and they're like, still 5 minutes left, guys.
Know, right? Oh,
see you next
4
week.
4 minutes, 30 seconds. 30 seconds past the whole time. Wow. I know, right? I think Dragon Ball Z trained us well, because same thing happened, but worse with Frieza. It's like, I'm going to blow up this planet in 5 minutes. All right, I'm going to blow up the planet in 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Next episode, I'm going to blow this planet up in 5 minutes. You said 4 minutes last time. Don't worry about it. Yes, this is crazy stressful too, by the way. I don't know how they do this. For all you collectors out there, episode of Sabo is now available on Blu-ray and DVD, so you can now watch it dubbed for the first time. Adventure of Nebulandia is also up for pre-order. It'll be coming out on June 18th, dubbed for the first time. These and all other episodes we talked about are available on home video at the Funimation shop on our website. So be sure to check those out and add One Piece to your shelf. Episode 125, Magnificent Wings. My name is Pell, guardian deity of the country.
Ooh.
Yes, that's a pretty cool title right there. Yep.
So back to Luffy versus Crocodile. We saw last episode, Luffy was grazed by the hook, and the poison entered one of his wounds, and now his body's going numb, and he has like this big moment where he says, like, as long as Vivi doesn't give up, neither will we, and if that means we die, then we die.
Dang.
I'm like,
dang.
Luffy's always ready to die.
Yeah.
It's like, Luffy, I don't want you to die. You shouldn't be so ready to die.
I guess. Like, at least, true, have like a little bit more like survival skills, but at the same time, I am happy for him, like being able to be like, it is what it is. You know, I did my best, and
and I'm still gonna do it.
I mean, even when he almost got executed, right? It was just sort of like, dang, he's here. So then we go back to Vivi, the clock tower, and then also Mr. Seven and Miss Father's Day, right? Weird title, right?
Yeah.
Right. Like I was like, that's a weird title. Anyways, these rejects who no one knew about beforehand, right? Who's Mr. 6?
Very good question.
Because we got Mr. 5, you know, Mr. 5 through Mr. 0. Mr. 8 was Igaram. Mr. 9 was baseball guy. Mr. 7's this guy. I don't know.
Mr. 6.
Yeah.
Did we ever meet a Mr. 6?
That's what I'm wondering. I was like, well, should we be worried about Mr. 6 that's about to come out and be like, ha ha ha, I was the bomb the whole time? You fools.
He's inside the canon.
I know, right? Mr. 6, man. Like, I gotta look this up right now. Like, I didn't even think about that. I was like, wait, did we ever talk about Mr. Oh, yeah. Wait, no, that's Mr. 11. I don't know. Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
Maybe he was just not invited to this battle.
I know, right?
To this conquest.
Yeah, apparently there is no Mr. 6.
Oh.
Yeah, at least that we know of.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Or not yet.
The partner Miss Mother's Day, top frontier agent. He is first mentioned by Vivi, who explained how Baroque works. His appearance is unknown, and we don't see his partner in the series.
So he's just mentioned, but we never actually see him. So
Yeah.
see, he was not invited to the war for Alabasta.
All right. There we go. Okay, so boom. Okay, I'm not crazy or silly. That's pretty cool. Maybe that should be a trivia question if I ever ask. Which number is missing? So now we got Mr. 7 and Miss Father's Day about to shoot off this cannon. They're at the top. They got their guns out. They're like, we aren't going to let anyone up to this thing, but everyone's going to try to work again to stop them, you know, hopefully in time. They got like a minute.
They got like a minute left. And this is like the most intense part, I feel, at least for me.
It was. No, for me too. I was like, oh, God, is this thing going to blow?
1 minute, yeah.
Exactly, right? And they are on time, or, I mean, they probably should have just shot the thing. Whatever, you know, whatever. Anyways.
So, Nami tries to use her staff again and do a typhoon cyclone tempo to shoot Chopper, Vivi, and Usopp to the top.
Yeah, so like Vivi is gonna ride Chopper, and Usopp's also gonna join them too, so that way they can be boosted up as they go.
So, and then Zoro uses his swords mid-air.
The backsides of a sword.
And to catapult Chopper and Vivi. To the actual place where the cannon is. And then we see that there are 5 seconds left, and the countdown begins.
What about the last 45 seconds?
Right? That's
Why we skip all that?
They spent it trying to get up there, I feel.
Okay, I guess so, right? And then also Sanji even helps out too, right? Like he kicks them up too, right? So, you know, it's a team effort for sure, right?
Yeah.
And then, crap, we got 5 seconds.
5 seconds,
right? Yeah.
So 5.
You're right. Oh, God. And then Chopper, he throws Vivi up and he uses his big form to throw them up, and then he goes back to the short form.
4.
And then Chopper changes back to the short form and dodges the bullets.
3.
Vivi attacks with her rotating weapon, so she knocks out the dudes, right?
2.
Then she knocks them off the tower, and it's like, oh crap, the thing's already lit. Like they lit the cannon, those fools.
1.
Oh God, we gotta do something about the wick.
She cuts the wick. Whew.
Thank goodness.
1 second is spare. We're good. We're good.
I was like, wow, that was great. But dun, 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 there's more.
Plot twist.
Dun, dun, dun. The bomb is on a timer anyways. Dang.
And it only has a few more seconds to go.
No.
I was like, when does it
What
end?
about my heart rate? No. And
is it gonna explode or not?
I know, right?
I just want to know.
I'm like, what's Vivi gonna do? And poor Vivi. They done so much. And it's like, yay, we finally did this.
Yeah.
And it's like, psych. You thought.
You did.
You thought. No. And she's like, Crocodile's just making fun of us. And I was like, yeah, he is.
He is.
I mean, smart guy. You know, he has plan P at this point, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's like plan T,
Yeah.
right? Put the timer on the bomb in place. Everyone's inept and stupid. All right. What are you going to do?
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
they got something to do.
But Pell is here, and he's gonna save the day.
Dang.
We see sort of a flashback of tiny Princess BB trying to be nice with him, and he's like super harsh with her. He slaps her in the face.
Dang.
Why did he slap her in the face? I don't remember.
For going to the clock tower, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I told
Don't
you
come
not
here,
to
little
come
girl.
here. Mm-hmm.
Well, I tell you, next time you listen to me or else.
Yeah.
Just like my mom. I mean, what?
But he was always protecting her and keeping her like cool air rides, and so they were friends.
Yeah.
But now he's here and he's gonna protect the city because that's his duty.
Yes.
And
Baby Vivi's like, hey, Pell, why are you training? Pell's like, I'm not trained to fight anybody. I'm here to protect. What do you mean protect people? I hope you don't see one day, little girl.
Little girl.
A little girl. That's exactly what he said. And here he is like, well, you're about to see what I mean by protect, little girl. And all right, big girl, I guess now. You've grown up so much. That's me.
Pell live reading.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Recast for Pell. I got you. Anyways. So yes. And he does the thing of protecting everybody. He takes the timer bomb into the sky. Mm-hmm. And it blows up in the sky away from everybody.
Yep.
Everyone's like, oh my God.
Mm-hmm. So he sacrifices himself for Alabasta.
Man.
And all of the people.
Man.
To be continued.
Dang. That's a lot.
That was a great episode.
Yeah, right.
It was like that's very high tension.
Absolutely. I was like, the whole episode was just like, oh man, can they do it?
Is it going to explode? Is it going to explode? Everybody's going to die.
Dang. And then Pell. Dang. Oh well. Pell can't play this game from Bandai Namco. Also, he's a bird.
Smooth transition.
I know, right? Exactly. That's me with the smooth transitions. And I'm here with the smooth voice of the smooth transitions. Tell you though, you should go play Bandai Namco's entertainment game, One Piece World Seeker, the smoothest game you can play on the consoles right now. They released it back in March, and a new free update came out in April. And now Episode 1 DLC will be coming out in early summer of 2019. Go play that game. Smooth.
Episode 126.
Yes.
I will surpass you.
Yes.
Rain falls in Alabasta.
Oh, man. What does this mean? It's going to be good.
Mean?
By the way, with the Pell thing, I do have something to say about it later on. Maybe, I don't know, later on. Well, I'll say something about it. Right? I have a special memory with it. But later on, not this episode, not this podcast episode.
Okay.
Yes, later on.
Will you remember?
I will definitely remember.
Okay.
I have not forgot this moment in 12, or how many years has this been?
Can you guess what he's talking about?
I know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just wondering, like, how long. When did the last Batman movie come out? Not Batman vs. Superman, but Batman, the one with Bane.
I have no idea.
All right. Well, when that movie came out, that's how long it's been.
Oh, wow.
Don't worry. Anyways.
Okay.
We're on episode 126. You just said a title.
Mm-hmm.
Good things, bad things. Who knows what's about to happen?
Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
So the fighting continues after the explosion in the
Everyone
sky.
saw the explosion there, and they're like, wow, that's bad.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. All right, wait. Screw you. It's like, jeez, y'all.
And Vivi and Nami are losing it. They're like, this didn't work. Didn't stop the fighting. Nami's like, what are we going to do?
Mm-hmm.
And
she's
Vivi's,
like, stop the fighting.
Yeah.
You guys.
Vivi's
Like,
yelling from the top of this tower,
Stop
stop fighting.
Yeah,
and I'm like, they can't hear you.
I know, right? Stop fighting.
Right?
Die, you bastard. Stop fighting.
Well, all the clink, clink, clink.
Right. My arm. Stop fighting.
Like, yelling isn't working. You need to try something else.
Something else, right?
Yeah.
If a giant bomb going off didn't stop everybody.
Right, because she was yelling for a good while.
I know.
And I'm like, Vivi,
I know,
get
right?
yourself together,
Something.
girl.
I know, right? At least you stopped the bomb, which is good.
Which is good. They didn't die.
Yes.
But they're still killing each other.
True. Poor Vivi. She's gone through so much in this whole arc.
I know.
Shoot. You saw your father get crucified. You saw your... yeah, right?
Yeah.
We didn't even really talk about that. Her father got, like, nailed to a wall.
Literally.
Not even to a cross or anything. Just a wall. Just like, you're going to stay right there. Can't you just tie me up? No, we got to get crucified. Why? I didn't do anything. At least break my arms or something. I don't know. Don't nail me to a wall. Saw her best friend, best boyfriend, I don't know. You know, Koza gets shot multiple times.
Best boyfriend.
But yeah, best boyfriend. Anyways, he got shot on the ground still somewhere. You saw Crocodile take everything you love. Your guardians when you were a youngin' just died. Your best guardian just died in the air from a bomb. Yeah, that's been a lot that she's been through. Karoo is probably dead. Who knows?
Who knows?
Dang. Poor Vivi. She's seen a lot.
She has.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, when people are like, she's crying too much, I'm like, what? She's been through a lot.
What would you do? You'd be crying too.
Exactly. Like, especially if you are trying to stop a civil war. I would be crying. I would straight up be like, what the hell do I do now? I thought I saved the day.
Yeah.
What now? Anyways. Man.
Yeah, she has a lot of what now moments,
Yes.
which can be frustrating.
Absolutely, but she does keep trying something.
Yeah, anyone else would have just, you know what?
Wouldn't have blamed her.
Keep Alabasta.
Exactly. I mean, it's like, well, yeah, exactly right. I was like, you know what? Maybe we should just let this bomb blow us all up. Maybe this is what it's meant to be.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we shouldn't have to worry about the sand anymore. Nature will take us over anyways. Climate change is about to happen. Anyways.
We only got 10 more years anyways.
Exactly, right? We just sped up the process here anyways, right? Anyways.
Yeah.
Luffy, we're back to Luffy doing his thing. And he's like, I'm not giving up because I never give up. I'm going to be king of the pirates. Yes. So he's still punching Crocodile even though he's poisoned, about to get numbed up. And Crocodile is pissed. He's like, stop it. All right. Luffy breaks the hook, the poison hook. And out comes a knife. It's like, wow.
What else?
I know,
what
right?
else?
It's like Inspector Gadget right here is like, it actually has a lot of things inside.
What else? Are you going to pull something out of your scarf from your face?
It has an umbrella just in case. You know, it has a fork.
Utensils.
Yeah, exactly, you know.
A plate.
A plate, you know. Like, it actually spits out a full-size plate. But I never needed it here. But yeah, a knife comes out, but that doesn't stop Luffy. Luffy's still doing everything he can do. And then they do this is like one of the most epic scenes, like where Crocodile does his special move. Like he's I forget what it's called, a Sables. I don't remember, but it's really cool. And Luffy punches through it. He's just angry and is like the blood that he's been bleeding out this whole time just punches through Crocodile's special move and turns to the sand. It's supposed to be like blades, like the toughness of sand honed into like a weapon, but it doesn't matter. And he does a special final blow, which knocks Crocodile through the bedrock of the tombs up into the atmosphere, and Crocodile is done.
He's done for. Finally. Jeez, I know, right? We were never going to beat up this guy.
I know, right? Or Luffy's going to die, but no. It worked out. It worked out super well. And then as he's done, it starts to rain.
It is. It does.
And the rain...
after 3 years, right?
Yeah,
3 years.
The first time in all of Alabasta, it starts raining. And luckily the smoke starts to clear from the battlefield. Everyone starts to calm down. They're like, whoa, why are we fighting? And it's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
Maybe we should stop that. And it's nice. They stop fighting, and the pain, it's done. The war is done.
Finally. I mean, they were enduring this whole thing, even on all different levels, right? Because some people didn't know what was actually happening. They were they were still suffering, the drought, everything that was happening.
We get to see Ugwa, or we get to see that a little bit sooner. But everybody who had been suffering, even people who had water right by them too, I guess had been suffering technically. But yeah, finally it's raining, and also the final moment, where the king, they're both in the tomb, and the tomb's really collapsing. Luffy's passed out pretty much. He's smiling. He's like, yeah, I did it. The king's still crucified arms, and is like, thanks for getting him. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
But everything's collapsing on them. It's like, wait, should we worry about getting out of here? Because it looks like we're all still about to die.
But that's where the episode ends, as it all collapses. I really like how Luffy, he's just like, no sweat.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Can someone take care of this, though? We're about to die. I don't know. That was funny. Episode 127, the last episode of this podcast.
Oh, jeez.
A farewell to arms. Pirates and different ideas of justice. Man. It was a hard episode. I mean, it was good overall, I actually got sort of emotional too, It was like, yay, things were happening, and there's a few moments I actually got like emotional, not teary eyed, but just real like, yeah, it's good. It's
yeah.
good. So,
last we saw the people, it had started raining,
mm-hmm.
so the fighting sort of stopped.
Mm-hmm.
But there's like people don't actually know what happened still, so they're still not pleased. They like, we want justice for Koza. Where's the king? Like they still can't think the king is evil and all that. But Igaram arrives.
Yeah, well, first Princess Vivi comes out and she's like, "Stop fighting!" You know, everyone can hear her finally, right? Which is nice. And like she's up there and they're like, "Oh, we didn't know Princess Vivi is here." Well, cool, but and she tells all her royal guards to stop the throw down their arms, you know, stop fighting. But then Igaram comes out, and he's carrying a little boy, and he's like, "All you rebel guys, stop fighting too." And everyone's like, "Yay, that guy's alive!" But although Chopper has never met him, he's like, "Who's that guy?"
Right, yeah. Chopper's like, "Oh, are we so happy to see him white?"
That guy seems weird.
What's up with his hair?
Right, exactly, right. But yeah, like Igaram brings out that kid who was beat up by Mr. Two, the king lookalike, and the little kid explains, is like, "Wait, that wasn't the king that you saw brutalizing everybody. That was Mr. Two of the Baroque Works." You know, and helped explain like how everything was falsified by crocodiles. And Crocodile like is on the ground. We see Crocodile like is laid out on the ground, unconscious. Everyone still call him Sir Crocodile because he's they all know him as a hero.
Yeah.
But then Igaram and this kid luckily prove that he's a phony. He's bait. He's mean. Yep.
Yep. The crew finds Luffy and the king. The king is carrying Luffy out of the rubble of the temple or the tombs. And the crew are like, "Hey, you guys, like Vivi and the king, you should address the people." Because Vivi sort of tells them like, "Hey, come, we're going to like...
Yeah, get you medical care.
Yeah, get you care and, you know, tell everybody what you did."
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, it's okay. Like, we're pirates.
Yes.
Like, we don't want the attention. So we'd rather just stay here, have a little rest because we all went through a lot of ish."
And they all try to act pretty tough, actually. They're like, "Don't worry about us. We're good."
Yeah.
And then as soon as they go away, then that's when they all pass out, which made me pretty, like, it made me happy and sort of emotional. I was like, they did it. Yay. They can finally get some rest. Yay. Although a little bit later on, we see Tashigi come through with the Marines, and like we see that they're thinking about even capturing them because they're all passed out, which I was like, oh man, that's a crazy situation. But first, before that happens, Tashigi comes out with the rest of the Marines and is like, and comes to where Crocodile is, and is like, "Sir," it lays out the Miranda rights, you know, for him, right?
Yeah.
It's like, "All right, you're unconscious, but don't talk. Okay, you're stripped of everything you got. You're no longer Sir. You're no longer part of the warlords. Screw you, Crocodile. You're going to jail.
Going to jail, man.
You're going to jail. You're bad." And then, which is good. I'm like, yay, he's going to jail finally. Yay. I was like, yeah, you deserve all that rain. Good. Screw you.
Yeah. So the king gives like a little speech. He says like, we have all lost, but we need to put this all behind us and be one people again. Oh, jeez. Which is true. I mean, they have all gone through so much as a country and as individuals because everybody has had their struggles. Like the king, Koza had his own thing because of his beliefs and his dad. Vivi had her own thing too, like her odyssey practically trying to save Alabasta.
She's been through the most.
I know. It's a lot. So, but yeah, as a country and as a people, they just need to rebuild and they should focus on that.
Which is nice.
So yeah, those are very wise words.
And Koza's still alive somehow.
Yeah.
He's the toughest sumbitch because holy crap, man. Like, this guy got shot 5 times legitimately in his chest. Still like, okay, guys, stop fighting. I'm okay.
I'm okay.
So, but he's like, okay, I'll go back home to where my dad is in Yuba when he's better. Although he's a tough guy. You know, he can do this. So, yeah, which is nice. And we also get to see his dad who is sitting in that well area. Mm-hmm. But we see, like, the whole city is covered in sand. Like, it still has been hit by that sandstorm, unfortunately, that Crocodile set off a long time ago. City looks horrible, actually.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's still hopeful, especially with this rain that just happened, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. And then we even see the Kung Fu Dugong celebrating.
Everyone's happy that it's raining. Yay! They're on the merry.
They're so cute.
Yes. And it's super nice. And then we get to see a little bit. Like I mentioned before, Tashigi was about to arrest the Straw Hats, but she decided not to, which is nice. You know, like she feels weak and she feels sad, but she sort of understands, like, the Straw Hats did this. Let's chill out on them, at least right now. Which is nice. And luckily they're able to go rest in the palace and sleep for once in a bed. It's been a while since I slept in a bed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been, I think, since they went to the old man's place.
Yeah. And
Koza's dad.
even then, did they really get to sleep in beds?
Yeah, they had beds.
Gotcha.
Like bunk beds,
That's
I
good.
think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So at least they got a little bit of rest. But still, yeah, it's been a rough time for the whole Straw Hat crew. So then we get to see a little bit about some dialogue with the Marines.
Yes. So Smoker meets with Hina, who is another Marine. It's this pink-haired lady.
Yes.
And he tells her that the Baroque Works ship and Croc, she has to take them back to headquarters. And she protests, but she loses a coin toss, so she has to do it.
Yeah, I know, right?
And I wonder, I know there's a story behind this,
True.
obviously, because she doesn't even...
It's like, damn it, you're a jerk.
Yeah,
Smoker.
exactly. And she just accepts it.
Right.
for
Smoker
what
is
it
like,
is,
I don't
so-
care if I'm a jerk.
Uh-huh.
You love me, baby.
Yeah. And I'm like, okay. And then also she talks about herself in the third person.
Yeah.
She's like, Hina doesn't like this. And I'm like, okay, but
We got some weirdos in the military, man.
why?
Yes.
But also, our associate brand manager for One Piece, Mijong,
Yes.
was telling me that in Japanese culture, it's usual for children to talk about themselves in the third person. So when an adult does it, it's sort of meant maybe to be cute, like, or childish. So that may be the reason why she does it. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, that would sort of make sense. It sounds like her and Smoker have some history.
Yeah.
All right. Some
So,
history.
Interesting. So
That's a good
I don't
point.
know.
That's
Yeah. So we'll see, I guess, who she is. I'm very curious about who she is and what does she have to do with anything.
Yes, exactly. Me too. I am quite curious myself. And then, we get to hear more about Tashigi's insights. You know, like she talks about refusing to take in the Straw Hats, and she apologizes profusely to Smoker, and you know how she felt weak when she was fighting against Nico Robin, which I'm glad that she felt something.
Yeah, she was super disappointed on herself.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I would be
she
too.
was very
I mean,
frustrated.
Got stopped. And I mean, at the same time,
Yeah.
it's like, well, what are we supposed to do? Especially like when in this world, it's only going to get worse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But Smoker tells her not to cry about it, but to get stronger, which is good advice.
yes.
And I mean, I guess he sees something in her.
Yeah.
'cause-
Yeah, which is
'cause-
interesting.
Yeah, because, she's practically like his second in command, I would say.
Yes.
So if she was super weak, like, I don't think she would be. So
That's what I'm thinking, but we're going to see.
so we'll see.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm interested to see how she develops further down the storyline.
The last thing that happens this episode is he gets a phone call from HQ. Smoker gets a phone call from HQ and is told, good job on defeating the crocodile, right? And Smoker's trying to tell the truth, like, where it's like, no, it wasn't us. It was Straw Hats. But then, to keep on going, it's like, and you're going to get medals, and you get promoted, and you're going to have to come to base. Smoker isn't having any of it. And Hina is telling him, like, chill out. Just take it. They don't want, the government wouldn't want the world to know that Crocodile, a warlord, was beaten by a pirate, and these pirates saved a whole kingdom.
Yeah, I think they wouldn't want to know. They wouldn't want people to know.
Yes.
That a warlord that they sponsored caused all this trouble
Yes.
in a kingdom.
Yes. Well, that's a good point. I actually didn't even think about that, honestly. Yeah.
And then that the Marines did nothing about it. The government couldn't do anything about it. The pirates had to come and fix it.
Yep.
So, yeah, they want to cover it up.
Man, that's some deep stuff right there. I mean, that's government stuff, right?
I know.
I mean, real world government stuff, right?
Yeah.
So Smoke, like, Hina's trying to, like, chill out, just accept this crap. Like, they're not going to want, like, for everything you just said, you know, they're not going to, like, do this, right? So Smoker's like, go to hell. I ain't going. Boom.
Bye.
Like, damn. Badass, but still, it's, like, not smart. Then again, that's something I would probably do. Then again, I like Smoker. Oh, well. And that's where the end of the episode goes.
It is.
So, do you have any predictions for what's going to happen?
I don't know. The battle is finally won, and so much has happened.
My goodness.
And my only question is, will Vivi join the crew or not?
Ooh.
Now that her ish is solved.
Finally.
Finally.
Right, I know, right?
mean, after all this, I think she should just join the crew.
I think so, too. And now is time for the social question. Like, so, you know, I always do a social question. Usually we do it in the middle, but I think it was more poignant to save it for the end of the episode. So these social questions I ask, I try to ask a day or two before, but I've been bad and I didn't do it this time. But I will do it next time. This social question I ask on our social media channels, on our Facebook page, which is One Piece Official, and our Twitter page, which is One Piece Anime. Both have a check mark. Check them out. Great pages. We run them. Anyways, question I asked is, do you think Tashigi should have arrested the crew? Why or why not? So the crew being the Straw Hats, you know, as they're all on the weakened points, and she struggled with herself, should she arrest them? And I got some good answers, I would say, you know. I mean, Mizozo Art on Twitter said, I mean, it's her job. Right? And it's like, yeah. We got Fulgore 3. Or Fulgore, I'm just not sure how to pronounce it all, says, hell nah, she knew they did good, which is good. I agree. It's Moogie on Twitter says, no, because they saved Alabasta, and she knew they did a good thing. Roy Thingamajig says, I think arresting them might be worse. They literally just saved the entire country and turned in a warlord, something that even the Marines or the world government couldn't even do. So arresting pirates after the pirates were doing the government's jobs just seems petty. I think that's a really good one. Mm-hmm. And then Tom Ryder on Facebook says she still doesn't know justice, the actual justice. She's only focused on capturing pirates rather than knowing what's good or what's bad. Anthony Champ says, I think you could argue either way. The Straw has no intention of being heroes or saving anyone. They're just living the pirate life. They're powerful individuals who answer to no one but themselves. To most Marines, that makes them too dangerous, and thus warrants their bounties. So, yeah. I mean, we got some good answers and good thought processes. Mark says, in this instance, the Straw Hats were better than the Marines because the Marines effectively allowed this to happen, giving Crocodile carte blanche to do whatever he saw fit. She couldn't arrest the Straw Hats because she felt guilt and embarrassment that a group of pirates saved a kingdom which was damaged through actions or inaction of the Marines. As you just said.
Yeah.
Where I was like, good on you, because I actually didn't even really think that through all the way. Good. So, yeah, I mean, great answers.
Mm-hmm. Thank you for your answers, guys.
Yeah, great answers. And, you know, back to what you had said before, like, yeah, this is a deep show. Like, it's deeper. Like, it does touch on these bigger points, you know, that can be real-world issues or harder than your typical shonen show, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, we just went through a civil war. Jeez.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we hope you enjoyed this One Piece at a Time episode. Don't forget to check out the Funimation blog at funny.to/One Piece Podcast, which will be updated constantly with the binge routes and everything you need to know. Godswill put up some maps recently, so you can check those out.
Finally.
See how the whole Alabasta conflict progresses and see the map of the Grand Line and everything you need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Also, head to our shop at Funimation.com/shop and add One Piece home video to your collection. And for all things One Piece, follow us on Facebook at One Piece Official and Twitter at One Piece Anime.
We want to thank the people who made this podcast happen.
Yes.
We want to thank the creator of One Piece, God Oda himself, Oda Sensei. We want to thank Toei Animation, the guys who made this anime. the audio engineers, the guys who recorded us and who have gone
Real
through hell.
peace.
Yeah, to make this happen. Thank you guys. And of course, all you people joining us on this journey, you straw hats out there listening to us. Please rate this podcast. Please rate it a good score. And tell your friends, the other Nakama, to listen to this podcast and to rate us a good score. You know, we want to share the goodness of One Piece with the world. And it's only because of you guys we can do that.
That's our mission statement.
Yes. That should be my mission statement next time. Anyways, the next One Piece at a time will cover anime episodes 128 through 135. So be sure to watch it on Funimation now, subbed or dubbed, however you like. And be ready for next One Piece at a time. Peace.
See ya.